Welcome back. It is 9:14. It's the latest rage on TikTok. The youngsters are going old school using good old-fashioned paper, pen, and calendars to manage their time. It's called time blocking, and it involves using your calendar to divide blocks of times. So what difference does it make, and does this really work? Joining us to discuss is DePaul University professor of psychology, Deacon Joseph Ferrari. He is the author of several books on chronic procrastination. Joining me this morning. Good to see you. Good morning to you.
Good morning on this chilly day.
It is a chilly day. Okay, I want to know about this time blocking
All right.
thing. So it's funny because the more things change, the more they stay the same. So we're giving up the apps and the digital technology to get organized. So explain what you know about how this time blocking works, and do you think it's effective?
Okay, I don't think it's effective for the chronic procrastinator because they are great excuse makers, and they will look at this as yet another but however, as I talk about in the book. That's useful, but in my case, that's interesting, however, for me. So they'll always have a reason why. But it's just called scheduling. Why don't we call it, why do we have to have a new name for something that is well established? I never got into all that electronic planning. I held up my planner. It's just got lots of stuff. Sure, it's messy, but I understand it. And this is next year's, already filling in.
Wow.
I'm at meetings and people will whip out their phones, look at their schedule. I flip to the page. I'm already there waiting for them. It's faster. Now, the point is, don't block moment to moment. Don't schedule back to back. As I look at your example there, I see the person writing down things. Give yourself time in between. Why? Because what if things run over? You don't want to, right, see, 9:30 to 12, I'm doing this. Great, 12 to 1. Well, what if it's now a 12:20 when you're going to do lunch? You want to give yourself some breathing room because it creates anxiety. Towards the end of that other meeting, you're going to be thinking, oh, I got to get out of here. We got the next thing.
Right.
So you always give yourself breathing room. If you end earlier, you've got more time. If it runs later, you've got that buffer. So you really want to not block moment to moment and just call it scheduling.
Just scheduling. Okay, you have brought up such a good point, and that is time blocking seems like it could almost be something that would stress you out even more because if you go beyond that block. So how important, though, is scheduling, and how does being organized or even being disorganized affect our mental health for that matter?
Okay. Well, there's a rich body of literature since I started studying the topic of procrastination in the late 80s. There's a rich body of literature to show this is a maladaptive strategy. So by organizing, you get yourself efficient. You know, there's that expression, you want something done, give it to a busy person. Well, why? Because that busy person is organized. They value your time, they value their time. They understand that life is not about me, life is about we. And if I delay, you can't do your thing. And so what you want to do is be structured, be organized, but not flipping out to the point you become so uptight about the schedule. And, you know, it's 9:01. I said, I'm ending and I'm ending now. No. You know, life is also flexible. The problem is we want to be perfect and we want to be never have failure. And actually the research shows 85% success, 15% failure makes the most adjusted person.
Oh,
Notice,
okay.
you succeed most of the time, but there is some failure. We need failure. Failure helps us to grow. So, you know, not being totally organized is okay, but being organized is a good lifestyle.
And
I also study the word clutter, and we're finding that the problem with clutter, the experts say the clutter cultures, is that there's disorganization. People are not organized. They don't realize they've got 15 blue pairs of pants, 18 spatulas in the drawer. So what you do is you have them organized themselves, and then they see what they have and what they don't have. So being organized is an adaptive.
Okay. I got to ask you, did you see what I was doing last weekend? Because I just got rid of 15 pairs of blue jeans. I think, okay, but before I let you go, I want to ask you this. Because you have great advice and you are the procrastination expert. What is the best thing my viewers can do or start today to try to manage their time better for their mental health?
Well, you said it. Start today. You know, you don't have to accomplish everything. You have to begin. I tell people, don't miss the forest for the trees. Cut down one tree at a time. And if you can't cut down a tree, give me 3 branches. If you can't do 3 branches, I'll take a handful of leaves, because when you start, you're more likely to succeed things. So the number one thing is realize you're not perfect. Nobody is. You're going to fail. And so it's okay to fail. It's how we learn. It's how we grow. Start. Get it done, get it going. You know, a body in motion stays in motion. Mm-hmm. So begin the project and surround yourself by doers. But the big thing about procrastinators is they're very concerned about what other people think of them. So surround yourself by people who get things done so they can model that behavior. Okay. And if you're part of the 20% of chronic procrastinators where this is your lifestyle, I think you're going to need an expert. You need cognitive behavior therapy. A little help. Okay. You know, and that's more than alcoholism and substance abuse and depression.
That's interesting. 20%. Yeah, that's interesting because it's not something
we can do a show on that another time.
I know, and I actually would like you to come back, but before we go, because we have to wrap, can I just see your planner one more time? Real quick, show it to me. Say it loud, say it proud.
All right. This is last week.
Oh my gosh.
This is this.
Wait, I see doodles.
A couple of weeks ago.
Do I see doodles too?
And where are we this week? Here we are today. You can see
I'm very impressed.
Is open.
Okay, you have inspired me.
The day after.
You have inspired me. Deacon Professor Joseph Ferrari with DePaul University, and the name of his latest book is Still Procrastinating: The No Regrets Guide to Getting It Done. What a pleasure to talk to you, and yes, you will be back. Thanks for joining me this morning.
Live long and prosper.
Okay,
we'll talk soon.
Too.
Have a good Thanksgiving.
Okay, bye-bye. We'll be right back.